The Raptors were looking to bounce back from the heartbreaker against the Denver Nuggets, and they did not bring the energy to LA and lose pretty handily here. Let's break it down for you in tonight's post-game show. So the Raptors, we saw the last game against the Denver Nuggets where we said they needed to be perfect to beat the Nuggets. And they were flirting with perfection in that game, really, the way they played. And it all came crashing down late. Despite the great performance, it all came crashing down late due to the officiating by Scott Foster. And my expectation really was that they would allow that to fuel them for this game. And, it most certainly did not. The Raptors came out flat. They came out lazy. And if it wasn't for the Clippers turning the ball over pretty much every time they got the ball in the first quarter, this game would have been a lot uglier. And if it wasn't for a late flurry of points by the Raptors, this would have been ugly as well. But in the end, the Raptors lose 108-100. A lot to not like about this game offensively. Really, it was so boring. It was so choppy. It was just bad. It's a bad on-court product. The Raptors weren't moving the ball nearly as well as they were against the Denver Nuggets. Pick and roll was working pretty well early in the game. They stopped going to it. Shot making wasn't really there from a lot of guys on this team. It was just slow. But the defense is where it really got worse. Offense is bad. I know I got to go in more on this because the Clippers lately, in a recent stretch, have a defensive rating of 131.5. 131.5, and we only scored 100. We barely get to 100 in this game. And we took 15 more shots. Sorry, we took 25 more shots than they did. We shot the basketball 25 more times than they did. Now, a lot of that is free throws. They took way more free throws. We'll talk about that. But we shot the ball 25 more times than they did. They turned the ball over 5 more times than we did, and we lose by 8, and we lose pretty comfortably here. That's bad, man. That's a really big indictment against your offense. Defensively, they exposed us a lot. Rim resistance was poor. Off-ball tracking was poor. Raptors not picking up shooters very well. It's just a very bad game, and we stayed up late to watch this one. It was just a rough performance by the Raptors. Some individual performances were okay. Like Siakam's offense was okay. 20 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. But it's another game where he kind of goes missing in the fourth quarter. In a recent stretch, he's struggling to be effective in the fourth. Scotty Barnes is only effective in the fourth. He got 20 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. But goddamn, Scotty Barnes shot the ball 21 fucking times. Scotty Barnes took 21 shots and only made 6. And he came alive in the fourth, but man, we need him to step up in other parts of the game as well. One of Pirtle's least effective games as a Raptor. Wasn't his normal self here. VanVleet struggled to shoot. 3-ball was working, but 13 points, 9 assists. The thing about Fred is that he can still affect the game when he's not shooting well. I can't say the same for other guys on this team, for some of the other guys. But VanVleet looked fine. A guy where it doesn't look good is Trent. He started the game 0 of 8 from the field. Only made 2 shots that came in the fourth quarter. But the thing about Trent is that when Trent is not hitting his shots, that's it. That's his game. If he's not hitting shots, he's not doing anything. You get bad shooting nights from VanVleet, but the passing is there. The defense is there. The handling is there. But for Trent, man, you got nothing out of him. And a lot of this game the Raptors just bad throughout this one. A lot of it was masked by the first quarter. We won 25-17 because the Clippers turned the ball over 9 times. We didn't shoot well, but they turned the ball over so much, it put us in good positions. Boucher had 14 points at the bench. He was solid. Achua got in foul trouble early, but one of his better performances, not saying much. He wasn't very good. Thad continues to not offer NBA minutes, frustratingly. A lot of this game got killed in a period in the second quarter where the lineup was Siakam, Barnes, Thad, Boucher, and Trent. And that lineup just got absolutely killed. And Raptors never really were able to quite fully recover. I don't even think it was ever... it was 49-49 and a half, but the Clippers took over from that point on. They won the second quarter 32-24. They won the third quarter 34-25, and just consistently throughout the game, they controlled it. Raptors were flat. It was tough to watch, quite honestly, and we get cooked. We got cooked in the end. Paul George 23 points, Kawhi Leonard 24. Even Westbrook is plus 12 in this game, best plus minus on the floor. Raptors shot the ball 25. We took 96 shots. 96 shots and scored 100 points. That is bad. That is bad. Mixed in with a good free throw night as well. That is really, really bad. That is less than 100 points per 100 possessions. For a team in the Clippers allowing 132 over 100 possessions, that is bad. We shoot 38% from the field. 3-point percent of it is bailing us out earlier on, but it flattened down to 41%. It's just an ugly game here by Toronto. 12 turnovers out of 17. I'm sure the points in the paint are going to be ugly, yet 60 points in the paint for them. I will say the whistle didn't help. They took 31 free throws here. Felt like the whistle was going against us for large parts of this game, but this game is really on Toronto. And it's another reminder of what this team is. Just constant reminder of what this team really is. And it's not great. I tell you, it's not great. A lot needs to be changed, but here we are. We're fighting to make a play-in spot. It seems like we are pretty stamped into a play-in position here as the 9 seed. Not too far off of Miami Heat. It looks like the Brooklyn Nets are going to be a little bit too far away the way Mikal Bridges has been playing. But it's a tough go for the Raptors for the rest of the season. They have the hardest schedule remaining in the league. The way the Lakers are playing, it's a tough game coming up against the Lakers, and it's a tough game at home against the Nuggets. A couple, easier ones, Thunder, Timberwolves, but the Bucks are there, the Heat are there, the Wizards are there, the Sixers are there, Celtics twice, Bucks once. Hopefully they're locked into their spots and they don't play their guys, but it's a tough schedule coming for the rest of the year for Toronto, and the inconsistencies are crazy. How they can look so unbelievably good against the Nuggets and so unbelievably bad against the Clippers here is just frustrating. It's so frustrating because they did not show up tonight. How can you not get psyched up for this game at such a historic arena? How can you not get psyched up for this game? How can you look so bad after looking so good 2 nights ago? There's definitely questions about Nurse's style on offense, his style on defense, because it was completely exposed here by a team that lost 5 of its last 6 games. Like, this is not a crazy team you're playing against here. The spread was 2.5. The Raptors just looked flat out bad. And there's not much to say from a positive standpoint here. Like, Siakam looked fine, but he didn't look good in the fourth. Fred controlled the game, but he shot 4 of 12. Barnes had a good fourth quarter, but where are the other 3? The only real good performance is OG. He's quietly just going along, having great games. He was 7 of 11 with 18 points. His defense was good, especially early. That's about it. There's just nothing really to rest on from this one from a moral victory. So it's a tough scene for the Raptors. But 2 nights from now, well, technically tomorrow, because it is already Thursday morning by the time I'm recording this, but it's tough. Need a bounce back one against the Lakers. Too many inconsistencies. I completely agree. It's tough to know what you're going to get when the Raptors roll out on the court, and that's the frustrating part of this team. So lots to work on, but 15 games to go. This team's got some work to do. They set their sights on winning games. Got to be better than this if you want to go do that. All right, well, that'll wrap it up here. If you guys enjoyed the content, please make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe for more Raptors content just like this. Join the Amateur Hour Army today, and I will see you again next time as the Raptors take on the Lakers Friday night / Saturday morning if you're on the East Coast like myself.